relax. Evening. Yes, I cut my hair off again. I do that when I cut my hair off. My hair comes off. Look at my shearing, what do you see? A bald motherfucker talking to me. Look at my shearing. Oh no, Jiro! I have zero faith in you. Jiro. Jiro. What was a Rubik's Cube noise? Make sure my port is off. Yep, you're fine. Penis. Okay, thank you very much, you fuck. And I'm frozen. My phone slipped and decided to try to shut itself off. Don't worry about it. There's only 4 of you anyways. Oh, I hate this fucking goddamn thing. Plain white teas, more like plain white please. Where is my hat, fucker? Hang on. No. Where'd you put my hat, Rocky? Where'd you put my hat? Where'd you put my hat, boy? Timmy fall down the well? Where's my hat, Rock? Rock. Ah! How does that even happen, dude? I was wearing the hat, then I wasn't wearing the hat, and now the hat's gone. What do you do with my hat, Rocky? Oh, don't you kiss ass now. Very tired. What sounded like a projectile launcher? Your face? What you heard was the camera stand. Oh, so you left me too. Everybody leaves the bald guy. Here for this fucker. Hip. Come here. Jump. Up. Oh. This is Rocky. Hey, say hi, everybody. Come here. Up. Come here. Come here. Come here. There you go. Stay there. Hello. Am I gonna shave Rocky now? He says no. Oh, you got a big boogie in your eye. Sorry, my alarm was set, but for tomorrow, so I was actually sleeping up until 8 o'clock. But those of you that are joining me now, hi, how are you? I'm a gun guy. Don't touch me. $1,000,000 freaking dollars. These people taking my name off the Kennedy Center. I was from New York as much as that guy was. Honestly, the hat don't matter. It's just weird to see you without the hat. Yes, the hat and the hair and the hair and the hat and the hat and the cat and the bat and the bat. Everything about me is weird. But fucking awesome at the same time. So 100% acceptable. Acceptable. You didn't see nothing. Okay. One of those days. It's gonna be one of those days where I can't get me, the guns, and shit in frame. God damn it. I need a tripod. But I need to talk to you guys because I need to sell some of these shirts that I have, the extra shirts that I have. Also, we need to kill Superman. You're looking at Bergara rifles. They're nice. Nice. That's a nice. Nestle, nice. Where the frick did my hat go? Gosh dang it. Rocky, what did you do with my hat? I ask you a simple question because I love you. You? I have 3 hats in this house. Oh, there it is. He was laughing at me the whole time. No, we're not going anywhere. Stop. You were outside less than an hour ago. You're not going back out. Just in case you want to know who's panting, it ain't me. Yeah, so. Thoughts on Alpha Foxtrot pistols? They're good pistols. In fact, little known fact, Bursa's 2011 is made by Alpha Foxtrot. They're the OEM manufacturer for Bursa, which means they are American made, they just happen to be made by Bursa. That's a Gerson 2011 up there. A hat means no go outside. But no, Alpha Foxtrot's pretty cool. I sent an email to them. They told me to follow up in a month or so. They're going to get me the 10 millimeter. All right, gotta go. My girlfriend wants me to come over. I'm sorry, bro. Well, then fuck you. What's wrong, buddy? You were outside less than an hour ago. Dog. You're okay, buddy. You're fine. You were sleeping. You were doing good. You can go look out the window. Go look out the window. There you go. Gotta give the boy something to do. Alright, we resume our regular hat in the hat. Game Sunday. We'll see what's going on. I was going to talk to everybody about what's coming up this week, but, you know, if you're going to leave, fuck you. I need to sell a couple more hoodies. I need you guys, if anybody wants to buy a hoodie, I got some black and a couple of OD green, 2X and 3X available. They're $50. That includes shipping because it has been mathematically determined that it will be cheaper and faster for me to drive back to Virginia to get the rest of my guns. Ever seen the guy who makes lethal Nerf guns? Never seen lethal Nerf guns, but I've seen the dude that makes like the one that can shoot like 1,000 rounds a minute. Cody, what's going on, dude? I wanted to highlight the Gerson in the bowl. I think I've accomplished that. Happy pre-July 4th pre-game for you guys, those of you that celebrate the 4th of July. If you're in Britain, just take the L. He puts really powerful springs in them and makes lethal darts. No, I haven't checked him out. Maybe I'll have to check him out. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I was sleeping. You guys woke me up. Keep me occupied. You're on your way to take a shy. Well, enjoy your shy. But yeah, I'm driving back to Virginia next week to get my guns that are there. Probably some of my shit out of storage. Not all of it. I can't afford the trailer. But I may fill the back of the Jeep for another run. But I need your help. I'm not asking you to just give me money. I'm selling hoodies. 2X, 3X. Mostly black. I don't know why I got so many black ones. Okay, alright. Alright, fuck you. But yeah, so I'm selling my Jiminy Show hoodies. Look, I look like I'm an ICE agent. But Jiminy Show hoodies. Yeah, don't tread on me on them. So. So. That's awesome. No, it's just necessary. That wasn't a gun falling over. So I have to go because I have no other choice. Light makes a big difference when it comes to making someone look fatter than they actually are, I can tell you that much. So what's up, guys? 5 people, huh? Come on, more people, please. If you're scrolling through, gun. Look, gun. And I'm gonna have more. Gun. Pee-pee. Go ahead, ban me, YouTube, you psycho fuckos. Do Gerson 1911s share the same internal as our 1911s? Define our 1911s. You talking about U.S. built ones? Yeah, they're built to standard 1911 specifications. A couple of them are slightly different though. That's the CMX with no pin. It has a pinned grip safety, so it doesn't use a grip safety. And the new Triple X that's coming out that I'm getting my hands on, that one uses it uses a proprietary mag, kind of like the way one of the Bull Armories, I think the SAS-2 uses primary mag or proprietary mags. But in terms of internals, yeah, I usually replace a lot of my internals on pretty much all my 1911s, including our 1911s. If you're referring to American 1911s, I always rebuild them anyways. I don't mind factory-built guns, but mass-produced 1911s don't have high-end components in them, which is why they're cheaper. So I tend to go ahead and swap them out piece by piece. Usually I wind up putting like Wilson Combat bulletproof firing pin extractors, spring kits. Sometimes I'll use, like on the old Match X I had, I'll use like Fusion Firearms triggers. Hello AG, what's going on? Yeah, you can ask Stonehaven. He currently has my Match X. That's got a sub 2 pound trigger, and that's got a Wilson Combat internal kit in it. Appreciate that, Cody. If somebody can drop the Discord link, we have a Discord, guys. If somebody wants to drop the Discord link, I'll copy it and put it down in the description. I'd like to see more people in the Discord. I don't go in there as often as I should, but there are good people on the Discord, so. Sorry, my boy has nothing better to do than stare out a window. He got his rabies vaccine and his whatever the thing for like when you go to kennels and shit. So he'll be able to go to daycare starting when I get back from Virginia in a week or so. But yeah, I'll be driving back to Virginia, visiting my family, picking up the rest of my guns, and driving back. Which means I'm going to do a 2,500 mile turn and burn, which I've done before. I did after I moved here. I drove straight over to Arizona, so I'm going to pin that one. Yeah, I'm trying to sell a couple of hoodies to help pay for it because it's going to be about six full tanks of gasoline and at about $70 a fill up. That is $420. Blaze it! Come on in, let's talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. You want to talk about guns, you want to talk about nuns, you want to talk about Attila the Hun, you want to talk about cinnamon buns, you want to talk about weight by the ton, T-O-N-N-N-E. I got you, buddy. What's with your ears, man? Why are you flapping your head? You trying to take off? Have you ever sat and literally watched the way a dog's ears work? Boy, smile, you're on camera. Say hello, world. Hello, I am dog. I am a good dog. See, normally he's in like almost Yoda. Pay attention. Look at me. Good boy. Is this what you guys wanted? Just looking at my dog? Hey, Rocky. Lick yourself. Can you smile? 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 Can you fart? Who's a good boy? He knows when he's being filmed. What an asshole. Yeah, cinnamon buns, something I actually can't eat anymore. Too much sugar. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera, okay? You okay with that? Everybody okay if I turn the camera back? Okay, alright. Welcome back. I am here to talk to you about my favorite thing in the entire world. Porn. Porn? Corn? Thorn? Horn? Shorn? It's like, stop having a stroke, fodder. I'll show you a stroke, said the priest to the altar boy. No, no barking. You're good, buddy. You're fine. Who's my good boy? Be a good boy. We're just on camera. Say hello. No, don't turn away. You came here to look at me. What's up? Sit. Shake. Shake. Give me both. There we go. Who's my... No. Repeatedly barking doesn't get you going outside. You saw a squirrel, didn't you? Look, it's just like with your girlfriend. You grab her by the ears and just hang on for dear life. What? Enough. Good boy. This is my good boy. He knows when to stop. Good boy. You want a treat? I got you. I love you. You're a good boy. No. You went pee less than an hour ago. You're just being a dork because you think I'm going to play with you on camera. Oh. What do you got? What do you got? All right, stop. Stop. Get on the bed. Get on the bed. You want a treat? The fun of a dog. Here. I'll give you a treat. Will you be a good boy? What's with your ear? Stop. What's with your ear? Why's your ear twitching? You get a bug in there? A tree or something? Huh? You okay? Yeah. You're alright. You're a pirate now. You're okay. Here's your snack. Here's number 2. This sits on the bed and he never even attacks it. Any experience with the SIG GTO? No, they were supposed to send one to me, but they realized that I really don't like their 1911 finish, so I have yet to receive mine. That's the reason I'm using anyways. Also, it could be because I was in the hospital and then I've been out of commission for a month and I haven't done any real gun videos. But as soon as I get back from Virginia, that's going to change. So as soon as I get back from Virginia. I've held it, I've messed with it, I've played with it, but I haven't shot one yet. At some point I will. I actually offered to trade a guy back in the day, one of my STI. Hey, what's going on, Desert? How you doing today, man? Sorry, my dog was having a moment. It's okay, I beat him senseless and then he stopped. How's your foot been? Slowly healing. And these 20-ounce drinks are hard to hold. For those of you that don't know, I'm the world's smallest midget, or tallest midget. I'm barely over 5 feet tall. I just look like I'm big. I'm like Markiplier. I look tall, but I'm not. Well, thank God the cap fit on that one. Yep. I am 5'1.5". You're fine, buddy. Chill out. I need you to chill out, buddy. Relax. You're wheezing. Slow down. Slow down. Calm down. Look at me. Look at me, buddy. I need you to calm down. Get on the bed. On the bed. Lay down. Good boy. He's doing pretty good. You know, he's a little stir crazy because the last couple of days we haven't been going out that much. We did go to the park yesterday, and we've only done 3 walks today, so he's a little angry with me. But my leg is a little in pain today. But there's the boy. Hey, Rocky, tell everybody to subscribe and to buy my shirts. Thanks, bud. You're a good sales dog. Look at that tongue. Gene Timmons would be proud. But anyways, how's everybody planning to spend their 4th? You guys going to be doing like a cookout or anything? I'm going to sit here playing video games and doing nothing because, you know, physicals. Good boy. The noise you're hearing is Rocky walking on the airbed. Still haven't gotten a real mattress yet. Shit happens. Hello. Yeah, and I still got the pick line, so that's fun. Spending it with my sister and her family, going to a parade, and hanging out at the park. Sounds like a good plan. Nothing wrong with doing something fun, being with family. I know everything's fine, sir. A, B, D, M, tree, duck, car. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, P, U. You know, there's no real logical reason the alphabet is in the order it's in. Keyboard isn't laid out like the alphabet, so technically you can put the alphabet in any order you want. What are you using? The WASD keys. Nah, I got some hot dogs and some chili. We're gonna have some chili dogs and see who can fart the best. Me and Rocky. That's what we're gonna do. He doesn't get hot dogs. He just gets a little saucer of milk. You okay, Hunchy? Yeah, so he knows where the family of squirrels is across the street from my house. And they seem to know where the window is that he stares out of, because right now he's in a death stare match. Look at the ears. Oh, he knows when he's being filmed, don't you, Butterball? You know exactly when you're being filmed, Butterball. Butterball, 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 Butterball. I love my Butterball. He's my Butterball turkey, and I beat him on the reg. He's my Butterball turkey, and I bit him on the leg. He's my Butterball turkey, and he's a really good dog. Oh, shit. You should watch your caps when you're trying to type things. You know, get my guns back. There you go. You're not going to talk, I'm going to keep randomly doing things. You don't want to know where this finger's going. Or where it's been. Cut my hair off. He's bald. Yeah, I got that Draco with this stendo clip, yo. Alright. Oh, look at the distinguished gentleman sitting so politely. Yes, you are so sleepy. Look how politely he sits, and look how tired he is. You see his ears? One goes up, one goes sideways. And how tired he is. Look at them eyes. Just go to sleep, buddy. I've got the entire internet watching me right now. You're good. You're good, dude. You're good. Like, go lay down. I mean, you are laying down, but you know, like flop over onto your side like a doggo does. Dog, dog, doggy, dog, dog, dog. Look at his little feet. Anyway, what else do we have going on? So, once I get all my guns back from Virginia, I am going to start going to Sam Houston National Forest and shooting said guns. Although I'm going to be selling a few of them because I have to help pay for the trip, as well as pay for the money I'm borrowing to get the guns back. Mermaid? Who's a mermaid? Also, what mermaid would you rather have? Top half fish, bottom half woman, or woman, bottom half fish, top half woman? Well, if it's bottom half fish, what's the difference? Oh! It's okay, buddy. Go to sleep. I'm just talking to the people on the internet. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Put your head down. Put your head down. Head down. You are. Hold on. I'm gonna help my dog get. You are getting sleepy. You are getting very sleepy. You are getting sleepy. Don't bite it. That's where my drugs go, buddy. I call this my heroin hose. Get that itch. Get that itch. What are you doing, buddy? No, we're not playing games. So, if you're new here and you haven't been watching any of the videos for the last 2 months, this is a PICC line. It is a tube that goes into the artery straight to my heart. It stops about 5 millimeters, 10 millimeters short of my heart. Obviously, you don't want a foreign object interacting with your ventricles and flaps and shit. But this allows me to inject medicine directly into my body, which I have to do 3 times a day. You are on the cable. Watch your foot. Watch your foot. There you go. Which I have to do now. You see this all the time, dude. Why is this interesting to you now? All right, I'm gonna go grab my drugs too, because I need to do them while we're talking. I plan on visiting Cimarron Arms in Fredericksburg, Texas this summer. We'll also see the Museum of the Pacific. Sounds like fun, Joe. Hello, Isaiah. I have an extreme headache going right now too, so keep that in mind. So this is my drugs. It's called an IV push. What happened to the guns? I borrowed money against them. Currently one of my friends has about 30 of them, 25 of them, and I have to go pick up 20 of them next week. So what I'm trying to do is sell some of my hoodies, some of my merch. I'm not asking for people to give me just handouts, but if you buy a hoodie, it'll help me pay for the trip. Basically, every hoodie will pay for half a tank of gas. So if I can sell 12 hoodies before Wednesday, that would be awesome. I wonder who this is for. You gonna be a good boy? Some days I wish he would look at me the way he looks at the cheese. All right, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. If I ask, well, why do you have the tube in your arm? Pardon me, I moved here in April. In May, I developed a very bad infection in the bone in my leg. I spent 8 days in the hospital, and this is called a PICC line, P-I-C-C. It basically runs straight to my heart and allows me to push my antibiotics so that they're not diffused through the body. The only other way I would have been able to get them is so here's the shittiest part. I had to pay like $2,000 out of pocket for that shit. Because if I didn't, I would have had to spend 6 weeks at an inpatient care facility. They would have put me in a hospice. My insurance would pay for full hospitalization if I went to a hospice care for 6 weeks. But they only paid like 75 or 80% for me to get the fluids here. And yes, when I say 20% is $2,000, you do that math. Well, 20% is $2,000. Well, that means my medication for 8 weeks was $10,000. Fucking sucks. Although I now have more alcohol swabs and heparin than I ever thought I'd ever need. Also, I'm happy to report that I'm starting to develop an allergy to this shit too. I call it a heroin hose because it's funnier, but yeah, basically this would be like if you mainlined a drug, because literally this tube goes all the way up my arm and stops about here-ish, stops just short of my heart. And it would suck if something bad happened, but there's always a possibility that a foreign body could get in there, things like that. But they really don't like letting people go home with PICC lines as much as you would think. It's a pain in the ass. They make you sign all these, I promise I won't inject heroin directly into my heart. I mean, if somebody injects heroin, they're going to inject heroin. Why would you give them a heroin hose? So yeah, 3 times a day I get to inject myself. No, okay. He's just biting his ass. And now you get to sit and watch as I inject myself. Technically, it's just giving myself a treatment. The only alcohol I'm allowed to play with, rubbing. Smells like Grey Goose. It's going to be cold because I forgot to take my meds out like an hour ago because I was taking a nap. Me and my boy Rocky. But yeah, so I get to plunger. And this is purely medical YouTube, so it's the Jim and Rocky show. Basically, Rocky has his own channel though. You should go sign up for that. It's called A Dog and a Dude. Cody, can you also, or can somebody go over to Discord and tell them I am live? I mean, I told everybody I was going live, but everybody's got 4th of July plans. You should start streaming again, they said, and then they all decided to have plans. Ooh, that's cold. Bass, what's going on, dude? What's up with the firearms? As you know, Drunk Mouse has like 20-something of my guns, and I have to drive back to Virginia next week on a turn and burn, which means I'm going to drive out there, get all my shit, and come back in the same 3-day period for another 20 guns. So, plus shit out of my storage locker. I'm not able to get all of it because I can't afford the trailer. I can barely afford the fuel I'm going to spend, which is why I'm trying to sell some more of my hoodies. Fitty bones. I love the taste of saline. Thank you. Virginia is having like crazy gun laws. Well, there is an injunction that went into place, but it's only a matter of time before it gets reversed. Any news on when they pull that out? The PICC line, not for another 4.5 weeks. So. Incognito. Wait, what's up, dude? Looks like everybody's flooding in now, so it's a good thing I didn't cancel the live stream like I originally started to. But yeah, so that's how I do it. That was drugs that I can't stand to eat. Made me sneeze. Here's my heroin spoon. No. Stay. I'm just moving stuff. Stop. Lay down. Go lay down. There you go, buddy. What firearm is that on the YouTube plaque? That is the Gerson CMX. It is the commander size 2011. Are they at least good drugs? They're antibiotics and they make me want to puke. So I would say no to both fronts. And injecting extremely cold liquid into your body can actually lower your internal body temperature, and now I have a migraine. Because I'm a dumbass baby, so why don't you pay me? Choy down the door. Dude, you will never win a stare down against me, puppy. I've discovered I made a huge mistake with my dog. Everything must be cut up into bite-sized pieces for him. My country neighborhood is going to sound like World War II tomorrow. You mean there's going to be a bunch of people going, nine, no, get down, get down. And people running around committing seppuku? Have you gotten your hands on the Bull Armory guns? I've had a Bull Armory before. I've had their government 1911, and I've shot the original SAS, but I don't have any now. Because that's what the spoiled dog deserves. It's my own fault. Without thinking about it, I would cut up like hot dogs and sausages and shit like that because I was to make them cool down faster. And chicken, like when I cook chicken, I would tear it up so it was easier. And he's only 2, so I can break him of it. But I realized the other day when I tried to give him a piece of my sandwich and he wouldn't bite the fucking sandwich. He just put his mouth on it and sat there like, okay. Hey Joshua, what's up? My washer sounds like a barfing hoodie. That is no way to talk about your wife. You look good like you gained some weight. No, I haven't gained any weight. It's the way the light is hitting me right now. It looks like that. Plus I shaved so you see more of the turkey fucking neck. Got your guns back. Did they get taken away? No, my guns weren't taken away. My guns were pawned. And then I moved from Virginia to Texas. So I have to go back to Virginia, which is a 1,200-mile drive to retrieve them. Camera adds 10 pounds. Light adds 10 pounds, but yes. So when I sit forward, see, when my whole head is in shadow, but when I lean back, all you're seeing is shadow drop down here. This, for reference, for those of you that want to know how small I actually am in real life, those of you that have met me, this is a boy's small from the kids department at Kmart. So that's actually, that's how small I am. Also, you can see that my penis sticks out farther than my belly button. So yeah, I'm not fat. Patrick, what's up? That's so fucking far. So yeah, it is fucking far, but I got no choice, and it's cheaper than shipping them and paying 10 transfers or 6 transfers. So the lady that is willing to let the transfers be shipped in, she wants $30 a piece, but she'll only put 3 guns on each transfer, which means it's going to be 7 transfers over 7 weeks. So it'd be $210 just in the transfers. To ship 20 guns in their boxes from Virginia would be about $300 something. So it'll actually be roughly the same price to just go get all my guns, because I still have a Virginia license. It'd be cheaper to just go get all my fucking guns. Why do you have to transfer your own guns to yourself? They're at a pawn shop, which means they're not currently in my name. So in order to get them shipped here, they can only be shipped from the pawn shop to another place, and then I'd have to do the paperwork. You're looking far better. I'm feeling better than I did on the bad live stream, the one where I ended it because I was not ended it, but I ended the live stream because I wasn't feeling good. I got you. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, they're on their book, And even though I technically still have the FFL, my FFL license is still active, but I can't use it because I don't have the physical address that I used to have. So otherwise, I would just go and say, hey, ship them to me on my FFL. But then the ATF would be fucking triggered as shit when they're like, wait a minute, he has a Virginia address, but he's having them shipped to Texas. Something's wrong. And it turns out to go to Texas, I have to change over and fill everything out and start over the process. So it'll take a few months. Once I get the house more livable. So I ripped more of the kitchen apart, put up lights in the kitchen, did all that shit, but I still got to rip the floor out and rip the back wall out. But I had a really bad reaction, so I haven't been doing too much. Where do we get the hoodies? I got an extra payday this month. You'd have to Cash App me through Cash App. It's $ Jiminy. That's such a shit show. Sorry. Yeah, no kidding. I've got a couple of black XLs, 2XL black, 3XL black, 3XL green, and 2XL green. OD green like that one there. But then the black ones have white printing on them. It's $50. That includes the shipping. So basically you're getting the hoodie for like $35 or something like that. Because those flat rate shipping bags are like $10, $12 now. But you can't send it through YouTube because YouTube takes 40% of the money. No, not Jimmy. Why did it change it? What the fuck? Okay, give me the fucking message. I have no idea why I tried to translate that last one. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah. If I can sell 5 or 6, that will actually pay for the trip for the most part. Yeah, please, people, if you support Jiminy, donate. Otherwise, YouTube's your cooks for creators. I thought about starting a GoFundMe for you. I did start a GoFundMe for me, and nobody contributed, so don't bother. Things like that are not necessary, my friend. Thank you, though. And my Verizon bill is ready. What shipment? Oh, well, thank you, FedEx, for not delivering my fucking monitor. So, for those of you that don't know, I wear a glucose monitor. It looks like a Whitehead, but it's not. Aaron Max, what's up? What part of Texas are you in? I am just north of Houston, Texas. I'm in Livingston, basically. The angle I'm at, dude, I'm direct enough under the light that is casting a massive shadow, and I apologize. There. Did that lighten me up? Okay. There you go. I don't like polish the dome, but it's also been a while since I shaved it, so you can see. Look at that fucking weird looking hairline. Why are you staring at me? Yeah. I know. Hell no, put it back. Yep. I'm bald. Well, I'm Statham bald. I have fuzzies. I'm shining like a diamond. $10, I'll put the hat back on. Second place in the Stone Lookalike contest. I'm older than Stone. He won third place in the Joe Lookalike contest. You shave yours too, just got to accept the bald. So, yeah, I don't have a bald spot. I just have extremely thin hair. Even though it looks like I have spots where there should be hair, it's very thin. So when it gets long, you can see right through it. 3 bout already. Yeah, you know what? Fuck, dude. It takes like 5 fucking minutes to just buzz it off. So, yeah. This is why I wear a hat, though, because you motherfuckers make fun of me. Rocky won't recognize you. He recognizes me. Isn't that right, Rocky? Don't scream like that. Dude, he is so focused on something outside the window. Need some baby oil. I have hand sanitizer with aloe. Does that count? Why does he have the ability to just grab random shit off of a table? Bro, my friend looked like an alien without a hat. That said anal lube. Does it now? Well, I guess who's getting an early end to his live stream? Dude, it's pretty viscous. That puts the lotion. Stop. You're smelling hand sanitizer. Oh, that's... What's the plan to get your guns back? I just jumped on. I have to drive to Virginia next week. I'm driving to Virginia. My dad is helping me by paying for it to get them all out, and then I'm going to come back here and probably sell most of them. Why that sanitizer so thick? It's hospital grade. It's for my home health nurses. I have a nurse that comes out 3 times a week and changes the dressings on my legs. Gives me a hand job. No, I'm just kidding about the last part. Aurora, I promise, that's a joke. I never claimed that with anybody, please. But yeah. What happened to the guns? So a large number of them are over at my buddy Drunk Mouse's house for both safekeeping and because he helped front my move. So kind of like collateral. But I had to leave like 20 back in Virginia that I had pawned. So I need to get them out. That's not a violation. It is the way I do it. Hello, Nix. Yeah, I'll be getting them back. Just like you said, I'm selling hoodies to help fund the trip. If you want to buy one, they're $50. They're very high quality. You can ask McManus because he has seen them in live streams because he has like 4 of them and I still haven't mailed them. This is one of them, I think. You wanted Odie Green, right? Hi, Dave. How are you? But yeah, these are the Jiminy Show hoodies. They're very high quality. This is a 7X. You can tell because I'm 5'1" in real life. You can ask anybody that's ever met me in real life. I am a teeny tiny human. I'm smaller than Markiplier in real life. My dog is just, what did you just eat? What did you just eat? What did you just eat, buddy? Did you just eat a bug? Did you just eat a bug, my boy? Did my doggy just eat a bug? I think my doggy just ate a bug. But anyways, very nice, high quality, $50 include shipping. Now that I have them all in Texas, I can start doing that, so I can sell them and move on. Green XL for the win. Nice. I'm good, thanks. I hope you're doing better. We're doing as well as we can do. I had to drop money I really didn't want to spend because I have to do the trip back to Virginia. But I had to buy a 12,000 BTU air conditioner because the HVAC doesn't work, and on the 5,000 unit I was using sucks in Texas heat. So You know, that sucked ball sacks. Would you? I just tried to fucking tap on my hat to make it lighten up the camera. That's fucking hilarious. Front-facing cameras suck because their light sensors aren't as good. Texas has some good gun shows. I hope so because I'm probably going to set up at a couple of them and sell a bunch of my guns. They are back in Virginia, and I have to do what is going to amount to a 2,500-mile round trip to get them all. So the help I need is basically to pay for gas. So that's why I'm selling the hoodies. But yeah, some of those guns are going to be going to the gun show, probably get sold there, probably set up a table, because Texas is private transfer. You can just set up at a gun show. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I've never set up at a gun show before. Rocky is a dog, doo-dah, doo-dah. Gonna hit him with a frog, oh, the ribbit dog. Yeah, my folks are out of town till next week. I'm gonna meet them. Kind of surprising them unless he's watching the live stream right now. I don't know if my dad's watching the live stream right now. I don't think he is. So that also means that we're going to do a Monday live stream, no Wednesday live stream. And if I do a turn and burn, so I'm going to leave Wednesday morning and get there Thursday morning, do everything, head back Thursday night, and hopefully be back Friday midday. Hello, Ancient One. I'm sure when people walk by and they see just my dog's head sticking into the window, they're like, oh my god, a taxidermied animal. I'm in Texas. I don't know why they all have British accents. Hey, brother. Oh no, a message was held. Darn. I'm Ray Romano. Cats up, catch up. Cats up, catch up. The weirdest things go through my brain when I do things that make my brain do things. But anyways, how's everybody else doing? Also, I bought a bunch of white t-shirts because my dog sheds so fucking much that I'll never be able to wear dark clothes again. Plus these extra small t-shirts were on sale at Kmart, so. I'm the shortest gun tuber on the internet. I think I'm shorter than Short Shot Tony. Yeah. I know I look big when I'm on the internet, but it's all about angles and modifications. This is all CGI. I'm not actually here. Ow. Ow. You're fine. I'm just cracking my neck, dude. Stay there. Stay there. Lay down. Oh, boy. Now I don't have to beat you later. If any of you think I actually lay a hand on my dog, shut the fuck up. Also, did any of you go and watch the Dog and a Dude video I posted about some bunch of assholes who don't know what they're talking about posting things? Am I related to Napoleon? I wish. That was a tall motherfucker. Countdown races, sing that song, doo-dah, doo-dah. Go over and subscribe to Dog and a Dude if you guys wouldn't mind. That would really make me feel better. He's almost got 500 subscribers. He's actually picked up more in the last 2 months than I have. What a dick! Only 15 views in 13 hours. Okay, fine. Beat that boo, kiss my booty. Doot that doo la doot that doo, booley doot that doo, dooley doot that dee. Dude, I am just clicking all the shit right now. Just all of it. All of the things. All of the shits. All of the thing shits. All of the shit things. I just can't be one of those YouTube guys. Yo, what's up, guys? Oh, bro. Oh, that GG's. GG's. A long time since you stopped by your stream. What happened to your guns? They're back in Virginia. Why'd you decide to move? Because Virginia decided to cuck the shit out of themselves and become another California, Illinois, New York, and all the motherfucking states that hate people. The only good thing that I'll say Trump's done recently is the Justice Department is suing California and Illinois and potentially Virginia over their attempt to implement assault weapon bans. So it's amazing how much air the human body can hold. What's up, buddy? Why can't you get them over to your place? Because they are in a shop in Virginia. And the only way to get them here is to ship them to an FFL here in Texas and then do background checks on 20 guns. It's actually cheaper and faster for me to just go to Virginia. Plus, I can go say hi to my parents that I haven't seen in 2 months. I'm in California. I love the Fed is going after them. Yeah, but the problem with that is state supersedes federal on state laws, like laws that are contained within the state. The state has precedent over federal, which is why we've had some states have legal marijuana usage, some don't. Some have assault weapons bans, some don't. Some have cuck motherfuckers as their governors, some don't. I am an FFL, but my FFL is back in Virginia. You can't just take your FFL wherever you want and be able to do whatever you want with it. In order to use my FFL in the state of Texas, I have to reapply for a new FFL under a home-based FFL in a different state, which means I would actually have to renew or reapply for an entire FFL. You can't transfer halfway across the country unless you have like full LLC doc moving the company as an existing business, but I'm not. I'm switching from a brick and mortar FFL to a home FFL. So I have to give up the original FFL and transfer and apply for a home FFL. Happy 4th. Yeah. So unfortunately it's complicated. FFLs are, I have my FFL license technically is still legal. I haven't turned in my bound book to the ATF yet. So technically my license is still legal. And until I tell them that I'm no longer conducting business, there's nothing wrong with me continuing to hold it, because there were no guns under my FFL anymore. YouTube asked for a rating of one of your vids, gave it a very positive response. Thank you, Brenner. I wish I still had my HK93 and the Rinko, sold them for cash to buy a motorcycle, and now they're both gone. I mean, you do what you gotta do, man. I've done stuff like that. Is it more expensive to live in Virginia or Texas? Virginia, where I was in Northern Virginia, has really bad property taxes and state taxes. So if you go and buy a vehicle and pay 6% tax, which is the state tax, which is very similar to a lot of regular states' taxes, that's one thing. But then you're billed twice a year at a rate of almost 6% again. So my 2019 Jeep, in the eyes of Virginia, is worth like $47,000, even though it's not. But they're still using COVID fucking values. But at that rate, I have to pay $350 twice a year in taxes just to continue to drive it on their roads, which is why I'm happy I'm in Texas. Damn, I thought you had all that in order, but I get it isn't as simple as moving the motor over. No, the biggest problem right now, hey, drop them. The biggest problem that I'm currently in is that this house is not ready to be inspected. I came here to renovate this house. I was going to have the bulk of the renovations done within a couple of months, but then my leg went bad. So I have the PICC line in my arm. I'm on antibiotics, and I can't work too much because it risks pulling it out. And nothing is funnier than watching a 20-inch tube pull out of from near my heart out of my arm. So I don't want to have that happen because the cost of going back to the hospital and getting a new PICC line, which would go in the other arm, and then the time I'd have to be there, all that other shit, it's not worth the danger. So I have about 3 hours of footage on my phone of me gutting the kitchen. Last week I pulled the sink out finally, revealed all the nastiness underneath the sink, but I got to get the rest of the cabinets out. I cut the cabinets into pieces to pull them out because they were built into the house. So I need to get them the rest of the way out so I can actually see the extent of the damage to the floor and the back wall. There are parts of the floor that I thought were gone that are actually perfectly fine, but I can tell directly under the sink going into the back wall, animals and shit were going up in there and eating away all the insulation, and it looks like there might be some termite damage. So I might be replacing some chunks of 4x4, and when I do that, once that's all done and I can properly get this place cleaned and painted, then I can have an ATF agent come out and do a home inspection. But until then, right now, they would tell me no. Well, they wouldn't tell me no probably, but I wouldn't allow an ATF agent into this house the way it is. It looks like a fucking trap house. I know the living room looks better because I went through, blasted through. I mean, I still haven't pulled the tape off the ceiling. That's how bad it's been because I can't reach up for very long. But yeah, I need to go through and finish. I have to lay the hardwood floors in. I might actually go with luxury vinyl plank because I can get a nice like shale gray for $1 a square foot. So that's what I'm going to do. Barnes, what's up, man? It's been a while. But yeah, once I get it all transferred over, then I'm going to do it because then I can start working with manufacturers and distributors directly again. But here's the good news. I'm going to Virginia next week. I'm getting my guns. I'm bringing them back. After that, I will have about 20 of my guns plus any manufacturer guns that I get in the meantime. So that will allow me to then produce more gun content again. I don't have a garage. This is Texas, bro. What's the main thing ATF will care about for the home FFL? Security. I already have the Ring cameras and everything, but I need to reinforce. I got to like put bars over the window that's going to be the gun room. But they also want to come in and not see a house that's half destroyed, because conducting business out of a house that's half destroyed has a bad look. Who went on vacation? No, I moved and left them. I abandoned them like a bad dad. And I need to get them out because they cost me about $700 a month in interest. And to get them out is $5,000. So if I waited 10 months, I would pay more in interest than it would be for getting them back. I don't have lip. Oh, that makes sense now. Thank you. Nero. Didn't even look at your name. I apologize, my friend. All you new people, hit the like button for me. If you're new here and you want to buy a hoodie to help support my channel and my trip to Virginia, that would be great. They're $50. That includes shipping, so you're basically paying $35 for a high quality hoodie with my logo, and don't tread on me on the back. I'm kind of like southeast. I'm about 2 hours from the Gulf of Mexico. I'm sorry, the Gulf of the Americas. My dog just kicked the shit out of his own head. Expect around in the next 3 years to move back to Texas. Need to get back to home. Well, you can come stay on my property, but I gotta tell you, there's a crazy old man with guns in the house. He is Chinese. He is also the person you are speaking to directly. Please direct your questions to me and not the people around me, because they will tell you I'm Hmong, Laotian, Vietnamese, Filipino, Mexican, Korean, Russian, Arabic, American, Italian, Irish, Spanish, Portuguese, Brazilian, German. Because people are stupid. You are Russian. Sure. You can tell by the accent. Damn it, dog. We have been found out. I wish England had free speech like America. Well, if you start a big enough war, it turns out you can declare yourself independent from England. Although, if you just go to a local chip shop and just tell people that you don't use brown sauce, I'm sure they will kick you out and emancipate you from England. You are from Uganda. Cool. I've gotten called a terrorist at my workplace because of my name multiple times this past 3 weeks. God damn, Nero. I've been called a terrorist because I threatened my boss, although I'm self-employed. Oh no, he called me terrible. It's okay, I fucked his wife. People tell me I should go and kill Tony. I don't think so. Sum up his entire race is the ultimate badass. No. If you really need to know my background, I am half alien. Go to sleep, little creep, or I will have to kill you. How does Rocky travel? I usually just tape him to the roof. No, he rides fine. He's good. He sits in the front seat. I actually make a platform for him, which limits my carrying capacity in the Jeep, because I put the one of the back seats, the bigger half of the back seat, I fold down, and that half behind my driver's seat is basically his bed, and then he also has the front seat. Effie, not much, sir. What's up? When you get everything set up, I would love to buy from your place. I'm in Houston. Well, just keep watching the lives and the things. Once I have my home FFL established, I'll be letting people know, because it was mostly my YouTube fans that purchased online from me. Not much, FV. Just talking about doing some hoodie sales, because I got to do a 2,500 mile round trip to Virginia to pick up my fucking guns. So I could use some help, but I don't like to ask for handouts, so I'm giving people shit. So if people want to buy a hoodie from me, $50, that includes the shipping. And unlike the last 2 months where I said I'd be sending them, I actually have them now. So stay there, butthead. He really wants outside. The squirrels must be very active tonight. Those things are 130 pounds. What, the hoodies? They're very heavy. I'm also very short. I'm 5'1", canonically. You can ask anybody that's ever met me. Poop. I already did that, man. I'd probably rock a cowboy hat, but I'd be an Asian cowboy. So I should wear the walk. What's way harder to open than you think? What's way harder to open than you think? Oh, sewer access plate? Oh yeah, they're designed because they have to handle cars running over them all day. It's going to be a while before that hoodie gets used. I've actually worn a hoodie here in Houston twice. In the convention centers, they fucking have them cranked up, the AC, so it's actually cold. Samurai are cool. Samurai are cool. I would now stare into your soul with my beautiful brown lazy eye. So I also have an appointment on Tuesday. So this is all going great. I have an appointment with a new primary care doctor on Tuesday to discuss why my blood sugar drops 300 points while I sleep. Cars were actually making them go into flight. I mean, if you hit it just right, you can definitely pop one up. But the way they're designed is supposed to mitigate that. But depending on how they're hit, it is possible to lift it up. Well, look at what happened. Where was that? At the it was a Grand Prix race, wasn't it, or was it the NASCAR race where they where a manhole cover got lifted because of the downforce from the suction formed by the F1 car going over the fucking manhole cover? It created such a big pressure differential that when the guy drove over it, it actually lifted the manhole cover up. Although it was a smaller inspection cover, it wasn't a full manhole cover, but it was still pretty fucking crazy because it was like an 80-pound cover. Oh, perfect for the pup. Also, hope that you're well enough to travel. No, actually, that's not. Your body burning calories does not affect the glucose in the way that you're thinking. So, what's been happening, and it's documented every single day. I have it in a notebook. I document what happens. Is I am dealing with something called stress-induced hyperglycemia, or pain-induced hyperglycemia, whichever way you would prefer to put it. In which, because I'm always in such constant pain, my body is always dumping cortisol. Cortisol tricks the body by acting as it's the fight or flight thing, you know. So when you have cortisol going through your body, a lot of dudes, have you ever seen a dude that looks like he's fit from the neck up, his arms don't look like they could be muscular, but he's got a big fucking gut? That's because the cortisol has created fat deposits. Cortisol usually presents itself as fat. It allows fat deposits to become enlarged because it tricks the body. However, my body, because I'm not fat and only 5'1", my body takes that cortisol and then stops making any insulin. My body does not produce insulin while I'm in pain. Problem is, it also makes my body non-reactive. So when I'm unconscious, within 1 hour of going to sleep, my blood sugar will drop from 300 to 60. And as soon as I wake up, it will start rising again. So it's really shit. Just eating meat and a lot of fat does not heal your body. It is a very popular diet, but it doesn't actually heal you. Plus, there's no carbs in it, which is better for diabetics, but it also lacks a lot of nutrients. Utah had like 4 of them. That's crazy. So, yeah, if I lay down and take a nap during the day, it also affects my blood pressure. So when I'm unconscious, if I take my blood pressure, in fact, I have a blood pressure cuff that I'm supposed to use the instant I'm conscious enough to realize what I'm doing. My blood pressure will drop down to normal while I'm unconscious. Also, just eating meat doesn't correct a degenerative nerve disorder. So that's the other one thing, Ancient. I appreciate your suggestions, dude. I've been dealing with my shit for 30 years, man. So is this something you're going to have to deal with for the rest of your life, or can it be fixed? The pain needs to be figured out. The problem is the only thing that works on me is nerve blocks, but my entire body is in pain. So unless they put a nerve block in basically from my neck down and numb my entire body constantly, I'll always be in intense pain. So unfortunately, no. Now there are pain management where they can give me drugs like Percocet, Oxy, hydrocodone, whatever the case may be, but I'm resistant to those. I'm non-reactive to those. I'm non-reactive to fentanyl. So a dose for me, Percocets, I was taking 50s, I think I was, and I was taking like 4 of them at a time. So it's like having sciatica all the time? No, not really. The best way I can describe how I feel 24/7, the best way I can describe how I feel is it feels like I'm constantly being crushed. every part of my body feels like it's just being completely crushed from the outside in. Every muscle is tense or uh, flexing. So I have multiple autoimmune diseases, which sucks. But yeah. Are you glad you got out of Virginia? Yes. Well, Houston has some of the best doctors in the world, and I'm sure they can find some way to help. I've been dealing with the best for decades, man. I've been treated by the best neurosurgeons. I've been seen by the best cardiologists. I don't give a fuck anymore, but I'm just trying to get my primary care physician to understand that what I'm dealing with, because your A1C, for those of you that don't know, they do blood tests, and your A1C level is your blood sugar over time. If it's elevated all the time because you're conscious, your A1C is going to look like shit, and mine looks like shit. Because I sleep 3 hours a day, 2.5, 3 hours a day, I'm awake. What the fuck happened to my hand? I'm awake usually 20 hours, 22 hours a day. So when that happens, my blood sugar is naturally elevated. Dude, there's something in my finger. Gotta love nerve damage. Please don't be a spider. Hang on, I got it. Anyways, it causes my blood sugar to be elevated 24 hours a day. No matter how much insulin I take, it doesn't work because my body doesn't react to it. I just noticed I had something wedged into my pinky. Really weird. So they think that, oh, it's just uncontrolled diabetes. It's not uncontrolled diabetes, it's uncontrolled pain. So my goal is to get with them and figure out what we can do to control the pain. But I've been dealing with that since, I mean, that's why I tried to kill myself. Well, I say try. I succeeded in killing myself back in 2017. I have no idea what that was. It was long, hard, and black. But yeah, you are right. Houston does have some of the best doctors, according to my current doctor, who is referring me to some of them. Something punctured my finger and I never felt it. It's one of the dangers to basically having full body neuropathy at this point. If you were the president, they would have fixed you already. Well, they haven't fixed Trump, so doubt it. I know they have really good spine doctors there. Interestingly, my spine is not a problem. I have collapsed vertebrae in my neck, but my conditions pre-exist that. Good, now I have a hole in my finger. But yeah, so that's the other thing is I'm allergic to steroids. Can't take steroids. So, and that's a typical thing they give for when you have like collapsed vertebrae and shit. I'm not willing to let them fuse my vertebrae because that will limit my range of motion even more than it already is. So. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know what happens. Sorry, now I got a hole in my finger and I can't stop biting it. He's biting his finger. Charlie bit my finger. Somebody screenshot this. I want this to be the picture that goes out to the media when I eventually snap. Oh yeah, brother. What happened to the guns? They're back in Virginia, and I need to go get them. I can afford the fuel, but it's gonna basically take all my money. So I'm selling hoodies to try to earn it. I have to go get them. It's cheaper to drive back to Virginia to get them than it is to ship 20 guns and pay transfer fees. Gotcha. Thank you. Doesn't your back hurt when you sit like that, Rocco? Bet you guys didn't know I had a dog here this whole time. Some of you did. But he's just been sitting staring out the window this whole time. Isn't that right, buddy? You a happy dog? You're a happy dog. A happy dog. Happy dog. Happy dog. He's a happy dog. Look how tired he is. You know why he's so tired? Because he stays up all day with me. He only sleeps when I sleep. They'll find something on your pain, but the real pain is letting the doctors run all the tests, figure out what works. Yeah, so. She said she'll do the transfers. The problem is she'll only do like 3 at a time at a cost of $30 a piece, which means it would cost me over $200 to do the transfers. Plus, she only wants to do 3 a week, which means it would take 7 weeks, nearly 2 months to do them. So I love her. She's a great lady. She gave me an air conditioner, an extension cord, stuff to help me clean the mold in the house, shit like that. She's a great lady. But I can't afford to wait that long to get my guns back. So driving there and driving back, it's 2,500 miles. My truck gets about 20 miles to the gallon, 23 when it's on the freeway. If I do the speed limit, but I don't. And I use cruise control, which is actually less fuel efficient than controlling the throttle yourself. So if I get 23 miles to the gallon, let's say 20 miles to the gallon, it would take me roughly 1,200 gallons, which would be roughly $480. To ship the guns from Virginia, it's 20 guns in their cases, which would be a lot of fucking box. So it'd probably be about $250 to $300 to just ship the guns, and then $200 to $300 over the next 7 weeks to get them back. You take meloxicam for bouts of arthritis. I hope it works for you, man. I really do. Yeah, I don't write much anymore, and I don't draw anymore. I used to be an artist. I'm not anymore because see that snap. Also, I have the boxer's fracture in this hand. You can kind of see that right here. You see how there's double knuckles? White balance on the back camera, front camera. I don't take anything from my sciatica. I just live with it. I can tell you 100%. If there was a drug that wouldn't fuck me up in order to work and actually worked on my pain, I would take it. I am not opposed to taking medicine. I am absolutely not opposed to taking medicine. What I'm opposed to is spending $1,000 a month on medicines that do nothing. So I stopped all of my meds when I moved from Virginia to Texas. I was on 5 fucking blood pressure medications, 3 diabetes medications, 2 heart medications, and 2 cholesterol medications twice a day, on top of the 20 Excedrin I take a day. So between all of that, I was taking like 30 pills, something like that a day, 35 pills twice a day, something like that. And since I moved from Virginia to Texas, and I haven't taken a single drug or shot, I didn't take any insulin until recently to see if we could figure out when it would be effective. Literally nothing changed. My cholesterol, my heart rate, my pressure, my blood sugars, literally no change. So I've been taking 30 pills twice a day for the last 2.5, 3 years for no reason. So if there's a pill that does what it's supposed to do, I will gladly take it. But the problem is this level of pain and the level of opioids that it would take to counteract the pain, I would almost become an invalid. I would be so high all the time that I wouldn't be able to function. What ignition kit do you prefer? I actually prefer to build my own kits. I don't buy a complete spring and parts kits. I build my own kits. I like some of Wilson Combat's bulletproof stuff. I like some of other companies. Of course, now EGW sells some parts that I prefer over the Wilson Combat stuff. So when it comes to building a gun, I usually use multiple manufacturers. Now, if you want to just use one like the EGW ignition kit, that's perfectly fine, and it's a perfectly serviceable one. But I like to have even more control if I'm going to customize it. Like, I haven't done a thing to that gun. That gun is absolutely bone stock. If I do anything, it'll definitely get a bulletproof firing pin, bulletproof extractor, and I'll probably drop to like a 9-pound recoil spring. Milk of the poppy is supposed to be quite good. What is milk of the poppy? He is almost out. Oh, heroin? Well, I've got the thing to feed it. No, not feed. You ate 5 fucking hot dogs, man. Don't act like you're hungry. You got food right there in your bowl. Heroin? You want me to take heroin? I don't think so. Yeah, drugs are a slippery slope, especially when you're talking about opioids and pain pills. My resistance to them is so high that I'd become a fucking addict. In order to get it to work, I'd be a fucking addict. So basically, I either have to have my doctors accept that I burn this fast, I run this hot, I run this quick, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, but my body is functioning, or they need to basically turn me into a drooling idiot, aka 90% of YouTube consumers. Also, did you guys go over to Instagram yet? Sign up over there. I need to grow that too. I need 5 million views a month to get monetized over there. You can tell how tired I am today. The bags are bigger. Also, I had a dark ring around this eye for about a week because Rocky punched me. Flow state! Thank you, dude. Thank you for the gift, brother. Appreciate it.
I am in that motherfucking flow state. Yo.
To those of you that I have to ship the hoodies out to, after the 4th. I'll do it on Tuesday on my way to my doctor's appointment. Ah, he sent another one. Thank you. Cross my fingers. Hope to fry. Yo, I shot a gun like this. It is not comfortable. Thank you for the gift, brother. Jesus Christ. He's flowing them out there. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He's starting a hype train. He's starting a hype train, y'all. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Thank you, brother. What time is it? 9:35 my time. I am in Tejas. Oh, I gotta get a side-by-side or something, dude. Everybody in this neighborhood has a side-by-side. I need a side-by-side. Maybe I'll trade a gun for a side-by-side. Trade like a Ruger or something. I know karate. I don't really know karate. At least I know if I ever broke my jaw, I'd be able to talk for a while, no problem. Good evening. What is that? What is that, sir? This is what I think I would sound like with a broken jaw. That makes sense? I'm just having a random night. Hello. You know, typically you don't move your upper lip when you talk, except for when you try to talk without moving your lips. So most of the time you move your lower lip and your upper lip stays still. But when you try to talk without moving your upper lip and the other heart, everybody knows that you're talking, so then you gotta talk like this, and everybody's like, hey man, look at that guy, he's over there talking like he doesn't think goddamn ventriloquist. Creating Whitey to watch some fireworks. I don't know, I just talk like a 4-year-old. Come here, butthead. Oh, that's my boy. There's my boy's nose. Oh, I kissed. Hey. You're fine, buddy. We're not fighting. It's late. We are not fighting. You've pooped twice. You've peed 3 times. You are faking it right now. You have to be a good boy. I'll give you a treat. Will you go relax? Do you believe how big he is? I'm only 5'1", dude. He's like the size of a Nate Dane. Oh, he spaghettied in the tramp. He lady and tramped his own dog. Yeah. Like my daughter right now. Yeah, he's fighting sleep. That's the problem. He's tired because I'm tired, but I can't go to sleep because my neck hurts too much. Rocky eats it.
Eat it, 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 eat it.
Oh, the walls, they're closing in. The roof, it's caving in. Oh, it's time to raise it then. Your days are numbered. When you get your FFL registered in Texas and the shop open, would you be able to order guns for people? For example, the Stealth Arms Platypus. Yes, I'm in my crackhead era, pretty much. Yes, in fact, I think I still have a coupon from them. I'll have to see. I signed up as a distributor with them back with the other FFL, but yeah. They give sellers a discount code, so we'll see what happens. It was me like 2 months before it gets set up minimum. Did you lose weight? You look better. I've lost a lot of weight, especially in the last month, because I spent 8 days in the hospital and I'm now on a PICC line and I'm taking antibiotics that kill my appetite. So like today I've had 3 plain hot dogs and a half a sleeve of Ritz crackers. Oh, and some cheese. So yeah, I have lost weight, especially since I moved here. But it's hard to tell because being 5'1", I carry my weight weird. Like I look big because I'm stocky. I'm kind of like Markiplier, but I'm shorter than Markiplier, if you can believe that. Sorry about that. Hope you get better soon, man. Don't worry, it's fine, dude. There's nothing. I literally did my antibiotics here live on stream, and no, I don't mind talking about it. You weren't being insulting or anything. Yeah, not a problem. Me and my heroin hose are doing good. Doctors don't like it when you refer to it as a heroin hose. Would you offer any layaway or financing options for higher-end firearms? Probably not, because as a home-based FFL and somebody who's on a fixed income and all that shit, I won't have disposable income to be able to just buy thousands of dollars in guns. So unfortunately not. No. I'll just be a transfer station and then full payment ordering station. Sorry. I lost $105,000 over the last 2 years with my FFL because people that were supposed to be contributing and helping and doing things to help me grow my business fucking bailed, and I sold like 73 of my private collection. That's the other reason why I only have like 40. I sold over 60 guns. I sold 4 of them to just Jeff Claycomb. You just picked up a new gun today? Awesome. I just got a Kung Fu vertical pistol grip on my new AR pistol. Unsure how I feel about it. Yes, yet I wish they were a little longer at least. I don't know what that is. Hold on a second. I kind of dig it. But a Glock 23 Gen 3 still brand new. Somebody educate them about what we feel about Glocks. Yeah, it kind of looks slightly truncated. I run a MOE, or I run a Magpul K2, the hard one, because mine is stippled. My buddy did a custom stipple on mine, on my HK. That's right, he called it an HK because I've got an MR556. There'll be a lot of guns shot competition in Texas. Not where I am, believe it or not. There was one that got shut down because they were doing illegal transfers. What I want to do, and I wish I had the money for, is there's a bowling alley that's for sale in my town. That would be perfect for a shooting range. It's already soundproofed. It would have to have the filtration system redone, and it would have to have a way for like removing the lead from the air and shit. But yeah, a bowling alley turned into a gun range with 4 lanes still left for bowling for kids and shit. I think that would be awesome. It's a good investment. They aren't in production anymore. No. A good investment is a Singer 1911. A good investment is a Red Star CZ75B or an Israeli Star Jericho. A 40 caliber Gen 3 Glock that there were literally millions manufactured of is not an investment. That's like having the most common baseball card in the deck. I'm sorry. If you look at it that way, you're in for a disappointment. Historically, as a gun store owner, I never, even on a Tupperware Gen 2, never paid more than original MSRP for a Glock. The last time I bought a Gen 2.5, so it was still in the Tupperware, Glock 17 from a kid, and I paid him $250. So Glocks are not an investment. Now, if you have a custom build and you got it for less than manufacturer cost, then potentially, but there is no Glock on this planet that's worth more than MSRP. Jenks, what's up? You paid $500 for a Gen 5 Glock. You've seen them sell for $2,000. I don't know where you are, brother, but that's insane. Now, California has insane resale values and shit, but a Glock 30? What happened to your guns? They're back in Virginia, and I need to pay for the trip to go get them, so I'm selling some of my excess hoodies to help pay for the trip. I've got black and OD green, 2X, 3X, and I think a couple of black XLs. So let's see here. Which login am I under? Because it's only bringing up parts. There you go. Hold on. Oh, I can't do it because it's on my fucking phone. So Academy Sports in stock, $469. So, like I say, if you're seeing them go for $2,000, that's crazy, but they're literally in stock at Academy for $469. You picked up your last guns in VA before the ban, an AK-47, G-Force blade, and an AR-10. The injunction went into place, so the ban isn't in place until 2027. I was under the understanding of. Now there are some special editions, like I said, special editions that are worth money, but in general, no pre-manufactured Glock is worth more than MSRP. They're not even worth MSRP as they are. Yes, I'm over fucking 12. Goddamn anarchist websites. Yeah, Glock 30 SF, Gunbroker, buy it now, 500. Arguably, Gen 4 would be more rare, and those are $300. Some douchebag wants 1,400 for his Gen 5. The market will pay what the market will pay. $500 is a perfectly fine price to pay for it. Would you be doing gun shows to help promote your business when it's set up? Here in Virginia, you can do private sales at gun shows, so I'm just going to go and do gun shows. Probably take my excess hoodies when I get back and try to do it there. No, I don't know. I've never seen. I really don't follow much in when it comes to like reset triggers and FRTs and stuff. It's not my thing. One of the big things most people don't know about me, because even though I talk about it a lot of people don't listen. I didn't get it, and I'm not saying this is an insult to anybody, but I'm just saying it so you have context. I didn't get into guns until after I killed myself in 2017. So I've only been in the game for 9 years. I've been doing a lot in the game, but I've only been in the firearms world for about 9 years. So my personal preferences are way different from somebody who grew up hunting and sport clay shootings, people like that. I literally got into pistol shooting, and then I trained for personal protection shooting to go work at a gun store, and I spent my first 8 months only shooting pistols, and it has affected my likes. Yeah, but a decent amount of websites won't ship to Virginia, like PSA, and a lot of them still won't ship magazines over. Oh, yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of states don't get shipped to by companies like that. That does suck. That does suck. There are ways around that. I can't really talk about them on YouTube because YouTube would become a bunch of bitches. But if you want to email me, I can tell you the easiest way to get around that. A lot of antique gun collectors in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. Dallas-Fort Worth is like 4 hours from me. I probably won't go that far. Might even be farther than that. I'm northeast of Houston, so. Yeah, 3 hours and 20 minutes. I thought it was 4, but it's only like 3.5. The way I drive like an old grandma, I barely do 80 in fucking Texas. That is one thing I remember from when I was a kid and lived here back in the 90s. I love the roads and the traffic in Texas for the most part. There are some shit drivers in Texas, as there are anywhere, but Texas, we have 2-lane blacktops with people's houses on the side of the road and 75-mile-an-hour speed limits. There are no metered on-ramps in my area. You literally dump straight off, even with opposing traffic. You dump on, you dump off. I remembered that from the 90s. It's so much faster to get places here in Texas, at least where I am. Although when we went to Houston, Texas for the NRA show, we fucking left at the same time that the it's either baseball, basketball, or football game. I don't watch that sport shit. Was letting out when me and Drunk Mouse were leaving, and of course it was on the day I had to take him to the airport. So that was fun. But yeah, it's Texas has good traffic for the most part, except for where I live. It's 3,000 old motherfuckers who speed in 30-mile-an-hour zones and do 40 and 60s. I want to get bull bars on my truck so I can push them out of the way. Be like, old man, move. See how long it takes them to realize. Here lies Rocco. I had to assassinate him. No, his breathing just sped up. He's still awake. He's just laying there putting up with my shit. That's my dog. Right now he's shaped like a rug. But if I were to shake something at him, he'd get right up. But I don't want to do that. Doesn't he look peaceful and calm? Doesn't my boy look good? Hi. You good? You tired? You want to go to bed? Give me 5 minutes, man. Good evening, Mr. Packer. How are you? As you can see, the boy is tired. Oh, thank you, Max. What's up, dude? Rocky is tired. He's had a long day of putting up with my shit. So if you know anybody that's looking for a hoodie, I got to pay for my trip to Virginia. I'm paying for it regardless, but if I can sell like 6 hoodies, it'll pay for my trip for the most part. So that tooth is ready to break. I've had a broken tooth since I was 20. My broken tooth is older than half of you probably. I watched your video on service dogs. It was good. Thank you. And it's a very simple premise, and I don't understand how so many people were fucking everything up. Well, I know exactly how, because it's YouTube. They're like, oh, look, we can do whatever we want and say whatever we want, and it's absolutely fact. Dogs are supposed to heal at all times when they're service animals, otherwise they're not service animals. Go fuck yourself. Evan, what's up? Oh, he's so awesome when he stretches. It's funny. He looks like he's dead. You ever see the dead deer on the side of the road where their arms are stiff? Oh, sorry. Don't mind my heroin hose. But when they sit and they're all stiff-legged on the... That's how he stretches. He just locks his legs, all 4 of them, and stretches. I have a 20th anniversary Glock with Gaston Glock signature, Glock 17. That's cool. See, that is one that potentially may be worth more money. And I will stand erected that I did sell a Glock 19 FBI model, the M, for $700 when it had an MSRP of $560. My aunt was licensed to train service dogs. Well, that's cool. That's a big part of it too, is that a lot of people think you can only go to a licensed dog trainer. It's good to be licensed because that shows that you did all the classes and stuff if you want to teach other dogs, which is what your aunt apparently did. And that's amazing to deal with all kinds of other animals. Me personally, I only trained Rocky, so I didn't need to take those classes. Although I am going to have to reach out to a professional trainer at some point to help get him into a less anxious mode when I have to go to like do procedures and stuff. So that's the one failing because I didn't think about that in his training. I didn't train him to handle separation well. I need to be deported immediately. Well, as I'm a United States citizen, I guess if you want to send me to Des Moines, Iowa, I'll go there for a little while. What happened? I've been gone a long time. Untitled Goose, no shit. How you doing, brother? I took a month off from live streaming because I was in what people would call a depressed state. I moved to Texas. Drunk Mouse has 26 or 28 of my guns right now, and I have to drive back to Virginia next week to get the other 20 that are sitting there. So, yeah, if you want to buy a hoodie, let me know. You got to do it through Cash App, though, because I got to pay for the trip. So, but I'm not asking people to just give me money. I'm exchanging goods for money. I'm giving hoodies. Oh. Could they ship them through an FFL? Yes, they could, but it would cost over $300 to ship 20 guns with their cases, and my local FFL who's willing to do the transfer is only willing to do 3 guns at a time per week. So I would have to do 7 different transfers at $30 a piece. Sorry, Max. Sorry to hear that, brother. I wish there was something I can do to help you out, brother. Yeah, Goose, it's kind of fucky. And I've been paying about $600 a month interest since February on those guns, but it only cost me $5,000 to get them back. So only. My dad's actually helping me out because I have no fucking money. So I set aside my Social Security check this month to pay for the fuel, so I'm just trying to sell a few hoodies to help pay for the trip. You picked up Smith & Wesson M&P 40, Stoeger STR9, and an XDM9. Man, you went for some classics. Nice. Is it true FFLs only keep 4473s on file for 20 years, or did the ATF change that? And FFL must keep the 4473 on hand for the entirety of the business's active lifespan, after which, if a FFL shuts down, they are required to give their bound book and all 4473s to their local ATF office. If a business goes out of business, they are no longer allowed to keep their 4473s according to current ATF rules. Like, since my FFL closed after a year and a half, I only had like a couple of hundred of 4473s, so I packed them up, put my bound book in there. And I haven't sent it in yet. My license is technically still valid, but I need to send those off to West Virginia. I keep the state forms, but I have to turn in the 4473s. Have I talked to Bass Pro? They might help you out. They're pretty helpful here in Texas. No, I haven't. The closest one to me is, I think, in Houston, and they would still charge me for 20 transfers. So even if they did the first one for 30 and the rest for $10 a piece, it would still be 190 plus 30 plus the cost of shipping them from Virginia. Plus, if I go to Virginia, he's going to reduce the fees a little bit. And I'm not sure what Bass Pro Shop's cost is for FFL transfers. A lot of places are like $35 to $50, and then you get a discount for subsequent guns. But yeah, the problem is here in Texas, apparently, when you do too many guns at once, the ATF has to be notified with a. In Virginia, we just did a multi-handgun form, but here, apparently, if you do more than 4 or 5, it's required to be notified or some stupid shit. Nope, don't remember you, Grady. Sorry. Wish I did. I don't remember everybody. Especially since all the names got all jumbled up. Some went to their at names, some stayed their original names. How are you? I'm okay, man. How are you? I'm back. I had to run some errands. That's cool. Favorite gun, 1911s. Most manufacturers. I don't like base-ass bitch models, though. I don't like GI models. I don't like fixed iron sights models. I don't like the small iron sight models. I like adjustable sights. I like better triggers. I like short triggers. I like flat main rear spring housings. I like rails. I like accessories. So I'm an aesthetically driven bitch when it comes to my guns. All my guns that I currently own, I own because they look a certain way, not because of their fucking historical appeal, stuff like that, which does make me a little bit different from a lot of other gun guys. A lot of other gun guys are fucking gun or die. I'm just gun. As an individual, any transaction of 5 or more gun, I believe the ATF gets a notification. I don't know if that is how it is for the FFLs. I mean, if I get my home FFL set up, then as long as it stays on my book, it doesn't fucking matter, and I can just transfer them out to myself as slow as I want. But yeah, it's stupid. But in Virginia, like when I go back to Virginia, I'm gonna do documents for 19 guns or 20 guns on one form, and it won't matter. Also, because I'm doing a pawn redemption, there's no requirement for even using my CCW, which is still valid in Virginia and Texas. You like 30 carbine? Interesting round, interesting gun. I like the IWI, not IWI, IMI, AMT, the Automags. I like the Automag 3 in 30 carbine. That was pretty cool. Not going to go much longer. My dog is unconscious now. He's kicking his feet, so we're going to be heading off here in a little bit. But yeah, hit the like button. If you want to buy a hoodie, you can email me, thejiminyshow@gmail.com. It's $50. That includes shipping, and shipping a hoodie through the U.S. Postal Service in a flat rate bag costs what, $12? So you're paying $38 for a hoodie. I wish 9x25 Dylan took off. It'd be kind of cool to say, hey man, you got that 9mm? I got that 9mm. What you talking about? I got my dilly on me all the time, yo. Uh-oh. It's a gun in the shape of a cock that shoots 9x25. It's a dildo. Thinking of picking up a Mossberg 990. What are your thoughts on the Aftershock? Can't say I have experience with the Aftershock. I fucked with the Shockwave, the shock and awe. But personally, I've never messed with the Aftershock. But it's a Mossberg, it'll be fine. They're all fine. Ah, my neck is killing me, guys. I got like 10-15 minutes left in me. Yeah, his breathing is slowed down. He's asleep. So I had to get the AC unit because it was getting over 80 degrees in here even at night. or 75 to 80 degrees even at night. So basically, I had two fans like encompassing the AC around the bed area, so he could just stay there. But his breathing, he was ragged, and he was lolling his tongue all the time like he was overheated. So I had to use a big chunk of my monthly income to get a fucking air conditioner for him. And then once I paid for my phone and my internet, my electricity, I'm broke. I like the Shockwave, but the same package, but semi-auto. I don't know. It seems like a fun gun. Oh, well, then it'd probably be fine, man. Found a 2K11 for $1650. It's a pretty good discount, man. Even the base models are like $2,200. That's cool. Buy it. Donate it. Jiminy Show, gmail.com. I'm trying to get some lifts for my shoes because I'm only 5'1". So if you guys want to do that, make sure you hit the like button. Show YouTube that I can be trusted with lifts. I'm trying to stop looking like I'm so short. Yeah, that's an incredible deal, dude. That's like Alpha Foxtrot money, and the Kimber 2Ks are really fucking solid. Just don't get tricked and buy a double stack Warrior for $1,600. They're only 1,000. Working on getting the money for a deposit. Yeah, man. Good luck. That's an amazing deal if you get it. And at 1/3 the cost of a staccato, it's much better.
I see skies of blue, trees of black. I'm colorblind, and I don't know how to act. And I think to myself, what a great grayscale world.
Yeah, when you consider like a Gerson is $1,000, that's a hell of a deal, dude. Rocky says it's time for bed. Rocky has been sleeping for the last 10 minutes because he's tired of my shit. One of my best vines, remember Vine, the 6-second guys? Vines? One of my best Vine was when I did that song, but I did it in both voices.
And I think to myself,
What a wonderful world.
Go to Instagram. Sub there. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, but mostly Instagram, because everything I put on Instagram goes on Facebook. Dude, I can tell you for a fucking fact. The video where I talked about dremeling out my fucking dagger frame to make the Gen 4 slide work on it has 1,000 views on YouTube. It has 25,000 views on Instagram. You're going to build a 2K11? That's cool. Supposedly, they're sending me the new Triple X. Gerson sending me the Triple X, the one with the proprietary 16-round mag and an officer size. That's going to be cool. So, fuck you, staccato. Wow, this shadow makes his facial hair look crazy. This is how Christoph Waltz talks. You are here to do what I ask of you. This makes me look like AI. Hello. How are you? That's good to hear. Sign up for AI. It's great. Everybody loves it. Not a flaw in sight. I'm Quebblecop. Sorry. I'll find you on Facebook, same channel name. Just go to my Joseph Pecoraro. It's in my bio. It's just click on the channel name. It's my personal page. I don't give a fuck. People know my name. Oh my god, I know his name. I know his name. Like some dudes were trying to pretend to dox me. One guy was like, Richard, Ram, this and this. I'm like, ooh, you found my Facebook page that I fucking linked to, you morons. Dox me. I don't give a shit. It's just a lawsuit waiting to happen, you bitch. Not you, but you know who I'm talking about.
I'm Christoph Waltz.
That is how he talks, though.
Oh, I insist.
I can't do his voice, but his lip does that. Do you have a connection at TSauce? They have the TSauce Carry 9DS Comp UPC blah blah blah. No, I no longer have a contact at TSauce because SDS no longer works with TSauce. TSauce is no longer available to me. I have connections with SDS. Sorry, bud. I've had other people ask me to reach out. I've reached out to a couple of companies on a couple of things. The one I'm actually looking forward to the most is the 2035 from Inglis. Yeah, TSauce became their own importer here in 2026. So they no longer have a connection with SDS. My connection at SDS was only for Tokarev SDS Mac. Oh, I put a can on layaway. Should be able to bring it home in a few weeks. You live in Virginia. How's that going to work? They're allowing you to count the layaway as your initial purchase date, or were you able to do it through because it was already in stock and not on the shipping ban? He's ignoring me. Also, my timer reset. Yeah, it's in stock. Got it. That makes sense. Look at that light bleed. It's because of the light behind me. It's a white LED light. Sorry. Blows out the sensor. It's not the only thing getting blown around here. Oh, God. Oh, he said it out loud. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, and crow. All right, so if you want to help me pay for the lifts for my shoes as well as the gas to go home, it's dark. 0 dark 30. What's up, Bruce? Did you order a hoodie? I mean, back when I did the giveaway, did you order a hoodie? My hands are getting tired. No jerking off for me tonight. You like how limited my range of motion is? That's it. That's how far my hands go back. I'm asking everybody. You have to take a look at the Max Cerberus, their new single action double stack 9mm. Interesting. I will reach out to them. I did not order a hoodie. I do not wear them. You're looking very lean, my man. Yes, I've lost weight and height. I am now 5'1". I meant to catch up with you before you left for Texas, but I had some personal shit. That's all right, man. Well, like I've been mentioning, I've got a few extras because, you know, I had them made and not all of them sold. So I've got a few extras in OD green and black. So if people want to buy them, that'd be awesome because it's going to help pay for my trip to Virginia. No, I'm not asking people to just give me money for nothing. I'm willing to exchange a high quality H2O, but yeah, I'm willing to trade the Jiminy Show hoodie for money. You'll give me money, I will send you a hoodie. That's how transactions work. No, it's fine, Rocky. Everything's fine. Stop tripping, you dippin' a dippity-doo. Nothing left in large. Extra large is the smallest I've got. You contributed to the Virginia trip the first day you mentioned it. You did? I didn't mention it until today. We decided on Wednesday, or I decided Wednesday that I was going back to Virginia rather than shipping them. AG, thank you, brother. AG donated to the channel. Oh, yeah. No, that was, yes. So that was to help pay to get them here. You are right. He did. Everybody thank Bruce. I completely forgot about it. Sorry, dude. My brain has been fried since the whole hospitalization thing. I remember you sent it while I was in the hospital. Yeah. I remember you sent it while we were in. Yes. Sorry. I apologize. I totally forgot. I was thinking about something else. When am I planning to come back to Virginia? I'm leaving Wednesday, the 8th. I'll be back there on the 9th, and then I'm coming back on the 10th. Which time? The 8-day hospitalization, the big one, the one where they put the line in me. And yes, I get to drive cross country and have to stop 3 times a day in order to inject myself with medications. I might stay an extra day, but I doubt it. No offense to anybody I know. I mean, I meet up with you, of course, but you were in Texas. Yeah, I'm in Texas right now talking about it too. So I apologize, dude. My brain fried. I haven't done a live in a month, so it might have been during one of those two. You did. I'm sorry, man. I don't remember everything, and I apologize. But yeah, I have to drive to Texas. I'm going to be there for a few days, and then I'm driving right back. It's just dealing with people that I left back there and the way they dealt with me after I left. Honestly, I'm just going to go visit my family. I'm going to spend a day with my parents and then hang out with them and then come back. They told me if I wanted to move back to Virginia that I could live in the house, and it's just like, no. Number one, I can't do what I want to do there anymore. But number two is I had to live with them for 4 years while I was healing the first time. The house is livable. The place is livable. You know, I've already established a life here. So it's been 2 months, and I spent half of it in the hospital and bedbound, but I'm here now. The kitchen is 85% demolished. So once I repair that floor and have a plumber come out here and help me install a tankless water heater, it'll be good to go. I think I still have you saved in transfers history, so I'll send you money for the hoodie. Hey man, only if you want to, brother. I appreciate that. And I'll go through all the ones I have left and let you know exactly if I have. I know I don't have a large, but I have an extra large. They run a little bit tight. I mean, I'm only 5'1", and the extra large fits me perfectly. They got the water hooked up. Yeah, it's hooked up, but there's a leak, so I have to turn it off when I'm not using the toilet or the shower or something. I've got to cut out the floor in what is the laundry room that got put in there, and I got to cap off the lines that are under the house. It's a very minor leak, but if I let it run, it would eventually accumulate underneath the house. So basically, I have to go out to the thing out front and turn it with a wrench to turn off the water when I'm not using it. It's fucking stupid. But I don't drink city water anyway, so we've been drinking bottled water and filtered water. Also, I'm a Dollar General near. The local store near me is more expensive than the Dollar General a block from my house. So me and the boy, when we have to go outside, I walk him over to the store, and then we get our stuff from the Dollar General. It's really stupid, but that's the way our life works. Yeah, so would we go 2.5 hours tonight? That's pretty good, I think. If you guys have any questions, concerns, things you want to see when I get back from Virginia, that following Tuesday, Rocky is going to go to doggy daycare for a few hours while I go to Sam Houston National Forest and find a place to shoot. I'll probably take a few guns with me and see if I can just do like a off-the-cuff shooting. Maybe I have like a standing steel target in my storage in Virginia, so I'll probably bring that back with me. About 400 in fuel there and back, roughly. So my truck, depending on how I drive, if I don't use the cruise control is actually bad for fuel economy because it sets the throttle to try to hold speed, which means it will open the throttle without downshifting, so you can actually lose MPGs. I get about 22 to 24 if I control it. It's a 1,200 mile drive, say 1,250 to be safe. So it's going to be about a 2,500 mile round trip to go there and back. So 450, 500, but it would be over $300 to ship 20 guns in their cases, plus the transfers, plus you can only do a certain number at a time here. Can't wait to see your review on the Max Cerberus when you get it. I'll reach out to them. My Tokarev contact, I have to get him a new FFL from the lady that does who's willing to do my FFLs, but she's so old school. Nothing against her. She just doesn't want to do the modern shit because it to her it tantamounts to a new style of registration. So if they call in every background check, they do it their way. Come here, buddy. So they getting her to supply her FFL to somebody is like pulling fucking teeth. It took me 2 weeks to get her to give it to EAA, so I'm sure it'll take her a while to give it to SDS and Tokarev. But once I do, yeah, I will ask them for that for sure. Bud, we're not going anywhere, bud. But I am about to end the live stream, so we can... Did you just wink it? Wink. Wink, buddy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good monkey fucker? Hi, Rocky. Yeah. So he's been sleeping most of the last hour. He just woke up to get some peeing fuel. But yeah, thank you guys. 2.5 hour live, longer than normal. I'll do another live on Monday, and then maybe if I have signal on Wednesday, I'll stop at a rest stop or something and do a small live stream, and then Friday on the way back from Virginia, if I have time, I'll do another live stream. So good live. Thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you for all the jewels. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. AG, thank you for the donation. I have all the hoodies. I just got to get them finished packed up, and I apologize. I'm an asshole. I know that, but I'll get them sent out. But yeah, live streams are back. I'm trying not to be too greedy with them, so 2 times a week, maybe 3. We'll see what happens, but I'll see what I can. Austin, good seeing you too. Rocky says good night. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna push this button, and then you can look at my heroin hose as the live stream ends. Think of all the drugs